From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans.
All right, let's go.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Once more. All right.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
Oh.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job
my God,
to make more
that
out
was
of it than what
awful.
they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right
all right.
there with him.
3 and out.
Force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there.
They had all that running start.
The Saints will take over
just
with a first down and 10.
knocks them
The
backwards.
New Orleans offense set to take over. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They run it again with Kamara.
Oh, man, they're just running.
This forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's out
That's
of
a good
bounds
play
as he
action.
gets this down to the 45. Winston to Thomas, and it's a New Orleans first down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Jeez.
Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in
beat.
on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Throwing, Winston.
They dropped it.
Goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting
Oh,
down
man,
the
I
field.
ran
That's
right
gotta
at
give
it.
them a little bit of hope. the good things are in store here today for them.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down. Here's Lance to throw it.
Nice.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Oh, come on, dude.
Incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Okay, let's run it.
Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis Price. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Nice run.
Inside the 10 at the 8. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Touchdown.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have moved out in front. Gold able to tack on the
good job, guys.
Point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston.
Jeez.
There's Chris Olave. And they
wide open.
Well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
The receiver factor at Ohio State turned out an NFL-ready deep threat this year in Olave, who New Orleans jumped up to get at number 11. The Saints learned last year they need another defense breaker in their receiver room to allow a little bit of space to throw underneath. Sub 4.4 speed in the history of turning deep routes into touchdowns made Chris Olave their guy, and he gets them the first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
Play zone.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work
come
your way
on,
through
you
the
missed.
receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Again, it's Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On second down, Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short
All right, good
gain.
play, good play.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Lance now on first down. Out to his left. And the pressure gets there.
Jeez.
Down, it's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Lance. And that is incomplete.
3rd and 15.
Almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Lance now to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Damn.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jameis again. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara.
Oh my God, he's gonna move.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
What? Challenge. Oh, it's locked.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints will take the...
Look at that. Okay.
The final minute
Can't do it.
First half. Will Lutz on for the...
Yeah, I can't do it.
And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, Lance. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Okay, come on.
The 49ers now
At least a field goal.
First of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down is Lance. Drops this underneath for Davis Price. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance.
Oh, come on.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for... Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he rolled on his back.
Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 42-7 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. 1 second, all that remains. And with time running down, they go down to a...
All right, we're only one score.
So we have reached halftime, and what's a six? Well, time is of the essence. We breezed through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch,
there's 35. Come on.
Able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Oh, my God.
That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
Good job.
Stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Running left, Davis Price.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now Lance.
Flushed out right.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
And he
Good
will be
run.
brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That was messed
Only
up.
a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy.
3rd and goal.
After a pickup of about 3.
Oh, we got to score.
Going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Davis Price again.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ty Davis Price
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Niners are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
All right, defense.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2 yards on the pickup there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra play.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Good job.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49ers.
What a throw.
Davis Price up the middle.
Jeez.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lance on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right.
Nice.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Davis Price.
Oh, man.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance got a man. That's Ayuk. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Okay, come on, guys.
Finding Ayuk there for
Let's get another 1st down.
Here we go, set, blue, 32.
They'll toss it right side to Davis Price. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. 2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Lance back to throw. across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Winston and the Saints now down 21-13. Just over a minute 40 to play. They need a touchdown and, of course, the two-point conversion as well. Winston to throw. He's got his target. It's Olave. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now Winston. It's complete. Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Winston. Flush to his right. And Winston lost the football.
Get it. Get up. Nice. Game over.
And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance.
Oh, trucked them.
They were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And with the defense out in timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Second down, and again it's Davis Price. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles,
right.
especially there in the
good.
fourth quarter. Both offense and